Hey guys, and welcome to another week at Reflect with Rain. I hope you guys are doing great. Let's get right into our devotion and our inspirational messages. Our first devotion is beginning with Let Me First. And the scripture is Luke 9:59 to 62. And here we're talking about obedience to Christ is both an awesome and challenging endeavor. Listening to the voice of God and obeying that voice isn't easy because God might ask us to do things at times that just does not make sense. And His schedule will not always line up with our own schedule. So we have to be like, okay, could I put you on the schedule? Because of course we have so much going on, right? But it's important to remember that when God speaks to us and calls us to do something, instead of saying what you need to do first, you need to just obey without hesitation. God isn't interested in our to-do list of this world. He has a kingdom agenda with an internal perspective. If you could see what He can see, you would never say, let me see first. And we move on to our inspirational message, Disentangle from the Past. Disentangle from the past. I love this. Disentangle yourself from the past to embrace the future. Because in order for us to move forward, you need to disconnect from the past. Don't let, don't basically reside in your childhood, regardless of how wonderful it was and all that. You need to let go, love boldly, grow, learn, and then spread your wings and soar. So if you're trying to stay connected to your past for whatever reason, this is permission to disentangle yourself and move on. Devotion number 2, stress, and Psalms 119, 165. And you don't need an introduction to stress. We all are very well acquainted with stress. There are just so many things in our life that causes us to be worried, pressured, and anxious. The world constantly presents us with unknowns and predicaments that steal our joy and rob our peace. When we get in the presence of God, though, and spend time in His Word, we are able to escape the stress of our lives and place of our problems in His hands. God gives a peace that is unlike anything else the world has to offer. He's focused on preparing us for His permanent kingdom. So take time and spend time in His presence today, letting His peace wash over your heart. Focus on the truth and His capability rather than your problems and incapacity. God is able to take everything that is troubling you today and exchange it for peace that is beyond what you could imagine. So if you're going through something and you're dealing with all the stress, just take a minute. Just take a break and just try to go and spend some time in the Word with God. Shine bright is our inspirational message. And it's important that when we wake up every day, we remind ourselves that whoever we are is our choice. It's not someone else's choice. It is our choice. You create the narrative, so don't be afraid to highlight your humor, your brilliance, and your bravery. You are here. You are not here to be small. So come to terms with that truth and sit back and embrace yourself for the beauty that you are. Allow your light to shine bright. Alright guys, and Wisdom of Solomon, 1 Kings 3, 11 to 22. So if you could ask God for anything right now, what do you think that would be? Money? Happiness? Love? Success? Any one of these things. We would love to be given any of these things to the full measure, right? But here in the scripture, Solomon, a man who we know had an appetite for pleasure, and you know what he asked for? He asked for wisdom. And God gave it to him. God gave it to him. In all of life, don't we need wisdom the most though? Wisdom to know what to do, how to act, and how to understand. So we have the same privilege as Solomon did, to ask God for whatever we want. So why not ask him for wisdom, knowing that he will give it? What area of your life do you need wisdom for? Maybe you're on the edge of a huge decision, a choice that will affect your life forever. Having that wisdom will help you make that decision. So take that opportunity to get what you need from God and request and ask for some wisdom. And we move on to our inspirational message, adversity. And adversity is one of the greatest growth opportunities you can receive, because it teaches you how to fall apart and come back together. It will show you how to hope, believe, and to dream. It prepares you to soar to unbelievable heights. Journeying through adversity teaches you how to move beyond survival and into striving. It demonstrates that love and persistence are your birthright. Your journey is your gift, and your job is to share that gift with others. It grants you the ability to shine your light outward for the world to see. Love this. So guys, thanks again for giving me this opportunity to bring these reflections to you. Hopefully you guys are inspired by these devotions and inspiration messages that is shared. If you are not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so, like and comment. If you're here on IG, feel free to comment and like as well. So until next time, I will see you guys at my next video, and stay blessed. Bye-bye.